Hey guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So I'm a little nervous to make today's video, which is kind of weird considering I've had weight loss surgery and I wasn't ashamed to talk about that. And I'm not ashamed to talk about this either, but I feel like people are gonna be more judgmental about this than weight loss surgery. I don't know why. Maybe that's just me. Oh, my septum's up. There we go. I was like, something's missing. My septum. But yes, so I'm a little nervous about today's video, but at the same time, I don't really fucking care. First curse word of the video. You're welcome. I'm gonna keep the count for you. Take a drink every time I curse. Fuck. But yes, so today's video is all about my lip injections. Let that one settle in for a minute. Yes, I got lip injections. I've only had it about a week. I got them done Monday, May 14th at like, I think it was 8:30 in the morning. I only got it in my top lip because that's the lip that has caused me probably the biggest like self-esteem issues. Whenever I smile, my gums show. And I have a perfect example of what I mean by that. Whenever I smile, and it's not like a small smile, it's like a cheesy grin, my gums are just like radiant and my top lip disappears. I don't know what it is, but that's how it always is. When I'm just smiling like this, it wasn't bad, but it was just whenever the teeth started to pop out in the pictures was when it became noticeable. And love my mom dearly, but she would always be like, don't show so much gum. Don't show so much gum. Don't show so much gum. And it's like, okay, so smiling with no teeth, basically. So I decided after a great deal of research, a lot of thought, to get lip injections. So I went to plastic surgeon where my mom has gotten plastic surgery, as well as they removed a mole that most dermatologists wouldn't touch of mine. It was on the side of my nose. A lot of people used to ask about that actually. The mole that, if you look back in old videos from last June and earlier, I had a mole right over here. A lot of dermatologists wouldn't touch it because they're like, oh, it's gonna leave a scar, blah, blah, blah. That has nothing to do with this. I'm just telling you where this practice was and how I found them. I've been to them before. They've got really great surgeons there. And so I was like, you know what? I already know what they're like. I'm gonna go there. Like I said, Monday, May 14th at 8:30 a.m. was my appointment. The very first thing was my doctor kind of assessed my lips. So she looked at them and she was like, you know, when you don't smile so big, they're not bad. I'm like, I know, or believe me, I know. And so she's like, smile for me. I smiled for her. She said, got it. I see what you're talking about. And then I showed her the example picture, which I will put in now. That's me with Brent Smith from Shinedown, by the way. That's probably like the hardest grin I do. Like so excited you can't contain like your excitement at all. That's the kind of smile. You see how that top lip just completely disappears and it's like two triangles and that's it? Yeah, so I showed her that picture and she was like, all right, I got it. I understand where you're coming from. So she's like, let's just do one syringe in your top lip. If for some reason we have extra, we can kind of play around and see if the bottom one needs any, but you pay for one syringe, so you might as well get your money's worth. But the very first thing after she kind of assessed my lips was that she had put numbing cream on. And let me tell you, that was fun. I accidentally swallowed some of that. Ew. So I have a lovely picture here of me wearing the numbing cream. I had that on my lips for about 25 to 35 minutes. Like, we wanted to make sure my lips were numb. Cute picture, right? Yeah. So like I said, it was just one syringe. I don't remember the exact amount. It's not very much. Like you think, wow, one syringe, that's a lot. It's not a large amount, but it was enough because one syringe did the whole top lip. The type of lip injection was by Juvederm. That's just the kind that practice uses, and I'm pretty sure a lot of practices really like the Juvederm injection. So that's what I had done was Juvederm. If you're curious about cost, for me, it was $350. I know, it's a lot, but I'll tell you, it was worth it. At least in my mind, because I feel better about how I look now. It's still settling and everything, it's only a week old, but I just personally feel better. To me, if you're not happy with something, fix it. Fix it in any way that you're capable of doing. And for that, I was capable of affording that, so whatever. You can judge me all you want, I really don't give a shit. There you go, third one. So a lot of people, when they're thinking about lip injections or when they ask about them, the very first thing, other than cost, is how much did it hurt? Now I'm not gonna lie to you and say, oh, the numbing cream took care of everything. Because it did not. It did not take care of everything. It took care of a good portion, but it didn't take care of it all. I will show you how many pokes. There was roughly 3 pokes on either side of the top part of the lip. So like one here on either side, one here like in the middle, and right here at the Cupid's bow. And then she went inside and did like 2. So it wasn't 3, it was kind of like in between the spaces of the 3. One thing that I thought was interesting was that the outer part hurt worse than the inner part. I thought for sure the inner part, because it's a little bit more sensitive in there, would hurt worse, but it was just the opposite. The out part that's exposed to more hurt worse. The worst was the Cupid's bow. Holy crap. It wasn't like an excruciating pain, but it was a pinch. And let me tell you, I squirmed a little bit and I held my eyes shut. This one especially, which is funny because this one was more bruised and it bled. But this side, especially my right side, hurt like a son of a bitch. Take another drink. But like I said, the left side left a massive bruise and it actually bled, and we had to wait a little bit for it to stop bleeding before we could do the inside. Even now, a week later, this is still a smidge sore. Like if I touch it like I'm doing, it's sore. But if I leave it be, I can't tell. There was enough in the syringe to do like 2 extra pokes for the Cupid's bow. And I'll show you, I filmed a clip before I started filming this where I'm not wearing any liquid lipstick, and I show you kind of up close and how you can kind of see little divots and stuff like that. But they had just enough in the syringe left where they did 2 little pokes like right into the Cupid's bow to fill it out a little bit more, because they were noticing something that kind of looked like dry skin but also looked like it was missing some fullness. So they had enough that they just kind of jabbed into the Cupid's bow, which after all the numbing stuff finally kind of took effect, it didn't hurt too bad. Now I will say, it was bruised. It was really bruised for 2 to 3 days afterwards. It's still a smidge bruised, which you'll see when I don't have liquid lipstick on. Bruised just a little bit still, but not bad. But it did look pretty rough in the early days. I had to wear liquid lipstick, otherwise it kind of looked like someone socked me in the mouth. Which I do have a picture of me kind of with, you can kind of see the bruising. It's a Snapchat picture. Ignore the fact that I had already taken off my makeup for the night and it kind of looked like I cried it off, but we're looking here, not here. The day after I got it done, I had to essentially have an ice pack on my mouth all day. It was kind of bad. I also developed a little bit of like a rash to the, I don't know if it was the numbing agent or if it was the actual Juvederm, but it got a little bit more red and itchy than anticipated, so I think it might have been a rash, not quite sure, but took precautions in case it was. I did have an ice pack pretty much on it all day. It helped with the swelling quite a bit, which was good because it did swell. Tylenol became my best friend, but Tylenol has always been my best friend. A lot of people ask, does it hurt to eat or drink? Didn't hurt to eat. Didn't even really tell that I had had anything done when I ate. It felt weird to drink because all of a sudden there's like something extra there that wasn't there before. And so you can tell, like, if you rub the inside of your lip, yeah, you understood that, right? If you rub the inside of your lip with your tongue, you can kind of feel firmness as well as the fullness from the injection. So there's that also. It was a little bit interesting because I had the injections that morning and then that night I went to a Five Finger Death Punch and Shinedown concert. So I was really terrified that my face would be all swollen for my meet and greet picture with Five Finger Death Punch. Was not, so we good on that. We all right. My smile looked great, so something that to keep in mind about lip injections, you do have to massage it, and I talk a little bit about it in the clip where I don't have liquid lipstick on, but you kind of have to massage your lip to make sure that the filler is spaced evenly throughout your lip, because you don't want it to pool in one area more than another. You want it to be even. And so while it's still in the settling stages, you kind of have to massage it and make sure that it is spaced evenly. And you can feel it. You can tell if it's spaced evenly and if it's not, because you'll feel like a section where it's a little bit thicker than any other area. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the part where I don't have liquid lipstick on and talk a little bit more and kind of show you what it looks like now, exactly a week later. All right, so here I am without any liquid lipstick on, but I wanted you all to see what it looks like without liquid lipstick on and how it looks. I gotta look in the side, the viewfinder, so that I can actually see what you can see. But you'll notice that I still have a little bit of bruising on my Cupid's bow. The bruising that's around here is pretty much gone. It still feels a little strange, like I can tell there's something in there. I'm not used to having a bigger top lip. My bottom lip has always been my bigger one. And that was the reason why I got injections in my top lip, only because now when I smile, it's not as gummy. Unless I do like that, then it's still gummy. This is what it looks like without liquid lipstick on. You can see a little bit of the bruising. Let's see if I can get up close. You can see there's some there and there. You can also see how it kind of is like a divot in the middle. That's what I mean about how you have to massage it while it's still fairly new, so that it gets the filler spaced out evenly, so that it doesn't come up like that. Basically what you do is you just kind of squeeze it a little bit, not hard because you don't want to re-bruise anything, but you just kind of do it, and then that way you can almost feel it evening out. Like before I did that, I could tell that there were two thicker bumps right here in the middle. And you just squeeze it a little bit. You don't want to do this though, because then all of a sudden the filler can go here and that just wouldn't look good. But yeah, so this is what it looks like without liquid lipstick on. I'm pretty happy with it. It's like a subtle difference. It's a little uneven still, but it's only a week old. I'm happy with it. As long as I don't point it out to anyone, no one really notices. And if anyone's gonna call me vain, fine, go ahead and call me vain. I did this because it makes me feel better, because whenever I smile in pictures, my gums show. And so this kind of makes my self-esteem a little bit better because it hides it a little bit. See, you can see that it's a little bit more lumpy here. We gotta squeeze it a little bit more, get it out evenly. But you see how it doesn't show as much gum? And I'll show you a before picture. I'll show you what I mean about my top lip. So, close-up shot. Sorry for my dry lips. I can do duck lips really well now. All right, we're back to me wearing liquid lipstick now, but that's the end of the video. If you have any questions regarding lip injections, feel free to put them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Again, I only had it for a week, so I can't really say too much. I'll probably do an update video when I go back in 5 weeks now for the doctor to look at it and just see, make sure that everything's doing what it's supposed to. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up, and going down there, hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I would really, really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.